Hello everyone and welcome to the social science class. This is class 6. Today we are going to start chapter number 3, civics, and name of the chapter is what is government, and this is our lecture number 1 of this chapter. So here in this chapter we will be learning about government. If you remember, when we started classes we talked about civics. What do we learn in civics? And we talked that here we learn about the different work that government does for the people and different rights and duties that people perform there in a particular country. So today we will be learning about government. So the topics that we will cover, the topics to be discussed in today's lecture are government. First is government, in which we will learn what does government mean, the meaning of government, parts of government, role of government, levels of government, laws and the government. So in parts of government, different parts that government is having, and they all combine, they do different work for the particular country. Role of government, in which we will learn different functions of government. Levels of government, the Indian government has 3 levels, we will talk about those 3 levels here. Laws and the government, how government makes different laws for the welfare of the people. So this we will be discussing in today's lecture. So let's start with the topics. Government. Government is an organization that takes decisions and makes laws for the welfare of its people. It means government is organization, or the government is a group of people or group of organization that makes decisions and makes laws for the welfare of its people. The people living in a particular country, the government of that country makes different laws for the welfare of those people. So how will we define the word government? It is an organization that takes decision and makes laws for the welfare of its people. Each country has government in order to take decisions and make laws for the proper running of the country. Every government has some laws, rules and regulations for the proper running of the country. Or if you take the simple example from your home or your school or any of the firm, any factory or company, everywhere we can see that some rules and regulations are set up for the proper running of the particular institute or any factory or company. In the same way, in a country also, government is there to make different laws for the proper running of the country. So this is all about the government. The next topic is parts of government. Government has 3 parts. It runs with the combined efforts of these 3 parts. They are legislature, executive, judiciary. Now we will be learning with what these 3 parts are. Legislature, the part of government that frames rules, regulations and policies. So the part of government that is legislature, it is there to make rules and regulations for the people. It includes basically the people to whom we elect. They are there to make rules and regulations for the people. The second part is executive. The rules, regulation, laws, policies, those are framed by legislature. They are implemented by executive department. So executive implements all these rules and regulations, those are framed by legislature. and executive, that includes all the departments. As the rules and regulation or laws, those are framed by legislature, then these orders are passed or orders are given to different departments to implement on the people, like police department, health department, education department, etc. So executive implements all these rules framed by legislature. Then third part is judiciary. Judiciary administers justice according to rules. Means the rules, regulations or any law that is framed, that is made by for the people to implement them. So for justice of the people, if any injustice there with anyone, any person or group of people, they can approach to the courts. Judiciary includes the courts, and courts are there to give justice to the people. So judiciary, if we talk about at central level, it is Supreme Court. At the state level, different high courts of the states, and then at local level, different local courts are present. And these courts, they are present there for giving justice to the people. So these are the three parts of government: legislature, executive, judiciary. The next topic is role of government, or you can say the functions of government. What functions the government perform for its people? It maintains law and order in the country, not inside only, at the borders also. It is the duty of government to maintain law and order, to maintain peace inside or at the borders of a country. It protects the life and property of the people. It is government's duty to protect the people of its country. And if any of the conflict means jhagda, is there between any of the state or any of the between any two religion, it's government duty to maintain peace there and to protect life and property of the people. It provides facilities like school, hospital, road, etc. It is duty of government to provide educational facilities, health facilities, road facilities, train facility. These facilities, they are provided by the government to the public. It supplies electricity and water to the people. The different needs according to the people, it supplies electricity as well as water. So different facilities are being given by the government to its people. Next, it runs railway and postal services. Railway and postal services both are the public services. They are not private services. So it runs railway and postal services, means government runs railway and postal services for its people. It controls market prices. It not only controls, it also fixes the prices of different things. As we can take example of onion. Recently, in the previous year, the prices of onion, they were very high, and then they were controlled by government only. So it is the duty of government to fixes and controls the prices of the different things. It provides relief and aid to the people in case of famine, drought, earthquake. Any of the natural calamity, if it is there in the country, it's government duty to provide relief to the people. Famine means akal. When there is no food for the people. So it is the government duty to provide different relief funds to the people, and it also prepare the programs for the poor people. And for this you can take example of the present time also, that at present now in our country corona epidemic is there. Our country is facing this epidemic and government is trying to supply food to the poor people. Those are unable to arrange their food, so it's government duty to provide food to those people. So these are the functions or the work done by the government, or the role of government we can say. Next topic is levels of government. Before starting the levels of government, one thing I want to clear, that is why it is necessary to have different levels of government. As it is very much difficult for single tier or single level government to have a control over the entire country. It is really very much difficult for single tier government or single level government to have a control over entire country, and that's why the decentralization of government was done. Means different levels were made. Decentralization means the different duties were given to the different levels. Here you can take the simple example. If in a school there are no class teachers, only principal is present, so it would be really difficult for principal to manage all the classes. In the same way, if single tier or single level government is there, it would be really difficult for that government to know the problems of the people living in small villages or towns. So that's why the decentralization of government was done. Now, if we talk about Indian government, it has three levels: central level, state level, local level. The central level at the top, central government, then state level, state government, and local level, local self-government. Now, which area these governments are covering? We will be talking. Firstly, remember this, there are three levels of government in India: central government, state government, and local self-government. Now the area that they cover. Levels of government. Central level, it covers entire country. Central level government, that is also known as national level government. It covers the entire country. It means when any of the problem there in the country or with the two or more than two states, if any problem is there between two or more than two states, so it is the area of central government. Suppose the national highways are to be built, so this is again the area of central government. And if any problem that is faced by the entire country altogether, that is a part of central government or national government. If we talk about the state level government, it covers entire state. Means a particular state that is included there in a state level government. If suppose any problem, any of the thing is to be started there in a particular state like Haryana, so that is the area of state government to start it. If any problem is there inside any particular state, so this is again the area of state level government. Local level government, it covers villages and towns. So in local level government, that is covering the small units like villages and towns. Then further we will be learning about the government at the village level and in towns. Both here in 6th standard only we will be learning about the local government only. So these are the 3 levels of government and areas they are covering. Central level, it covers entire country. The problem or whatever is there at the level of the center, that is central government. And the state government, it covers the entire state. So as there are 28 states, so 28 state governments are there. Then the local level covers villages and towns. These are the 3 levels of government. Now, on the basis of these levels of government, one exercise is there. Look at the statements in the column on the left. On the left hand side, some statements are given. Can you identify which level they belong to? Tick mark against the level you consider most appropriate. Here on the left hand side, some statements are given, and right hand side, three levels of governments are given. So we will see the which statement comes under which government. The first one, the decision the government of India to maintain peaceful relation with Russia. So in which government it will come? Obviously it will come under central government, because here we are talking about the entire country. The decision of the government of West Bengal on whether to have board exam in class 8 for all government schools. So it will go with state government, because here we are talking about a particular state, West Bengal. The third is introduction of 2 new trains between Dibrugarh and Kanyakumari. As Dibrugarh is there in Assam, Kanyakumari in Tamil Nadu. So different states are involved in this. So obviously it will go with central government. The decision to locate a common well in a particular area of the village. So it will go in local government, obviously, because we are talking about a particular village. Decision to construct a big children's park in Patna. Patna is a city, so it will again go with the local government. Here we are not talking about any state. The decision of the government of Haryana to provide free electricity for all farmers. Here a particular state we are talking about, so it will go with state government. Introduction of a new 1000 rupee note, that will go again with central government. So in this way we can identify which matter will go with which level of government. Now I think you have understood about the levels of government. Next topic is laws and the government. If we talk about, as we talked, that the government frames laws, rules, regulations, and then it frames different laws. So the government makes laws, and everyone who lives in the country has to follow the rules. This is the duty of the people living in a particular country to follow the rules or regulation or different laws made by government there in the country. And for example, here we can take one example. If there is a law that says that all persons driving a motor vehicle must have a license and they must wear helmet. So any person caught driving a vehicle without license can either be jailed or fined a large sum of money, because this is law and government can enforce the law. They can enforce the law so that every person would follow that law. And without these laws, the government's power to make decisions is not of much use. If there are no law, the power of laws are not there. So without this, the power of government of making decision is not much use. Then the people also have the different powers, like if any of the injustice is done with any of community or particular person, they can approach to the court. As we talked earlier also, even if government is doing any injustice with any particular religion or any particular person, they can approach to the court. The government has the power to make decisions. Similarly, it has the power to enforce its decision. When they are making the rules or regulations or laws, definitely they have the power to enforce its decision. Means they have the power to implement those laws on the public. So this is the topic, laws and the government, how government makes different laws and it enforces the laws on the people. So in today's lecture, we discussed about the meaning of government, then the different parts of government in which legislature, executive and judiciary was included, then role of government, or you can say the functions of government. What does the government do for its people? Then we included the levels of government. The 3 levels are there in the Indian government. And at the top, central level, and it can be called national level. The second is state level and the third is local level. National level, it covers the entire country, and the state level, it covers the entire state, and local level, it covers the villages and towns. So that all about the levels of government we did. Then laws and the government, how government can enforce the laws so that every citizen or every person in a country would follow that law. So this was all about today's lecture. Now it's turn for homework. The questions that you will attempt, they are in your fair register. Question number 1. What do you understand by the word government? Here basically you will define the government word. The meaning of government you will write. List 5 ways in which you think the government affects your daily life. If you read the question carefully, you will find that you have to write here the role of government, or you can say the functions of government here. The third question, explain the levels of government. So here you will explain all 3 levels of government. That's it for today. Thank you and have a nice day.